now tuned into the DFPN, the Dat Villain Podcast Network.
Yeah. You already know what time it is. Mr. Fuck You On Me, Normalized Growth. We in here one more time. You know what I'm saying? As you can hear, the dialogue has already begun. I think this is a dope way to segue into Black Man Smile. This is excellent, right? We talking about Dirk. We talking about NBA Youngboy. We talk about who you just say, Lil Baby. You know what I'm saying? Like 42 Doug. You know what I'm saying? Like this energy, right? That it seems to be contrary to, you know what I'm saying, what is being presented on Black Man Smile. I think it's really interesting. That's why I wanted to go ahead and start it right here. Real quick, we're going to shout out the plugs for their sponsorship and support. DFPN, that Feeling Podcast Network, all that good stuff. Before I plug what I'm going to say real quick, man, you know, gentlemen, please introduce yourself. Say what's up to the people.
Man, MRKSX, man. Detroit MC, one half Normalized Growth. What up, though?
I'm Clint Taylor, a.k.a. Flippy Long Stockings, and all that. One half Normalized Growth.
Oh, my
taking
man
over the globe. We're here.
Straight up?
Yeah. I'm about to tap him in.
All right, bet.
Skyzoo, what up, brother?
Peace. What's going on, man?
What's up, Holmes?
Hey, man,
What's up, brother? What's up?
We just hit record to tell you what's going on. We're going to jump right into it.
Yeah.
So this the Normalized Growth Podcast. We're doing 10 episodes. Each episode is about a song on the project. All right, so our song, Black Man Smile, is track 4. So my man to your right is Mr. FUIM. He's actually the host of the podcast. And my man that's next to me at the top, that's Clint Taylor. He's the producer. So he did every track on the album.
Oh, man, you did the beat?
Yeah, what's up, brother?
Yeah, peace, G. Yeah, beat is crazy, man. Beat is crazy.
Man, I appreciate that, bro.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So we're gonna let my man, Mr. FUIM, he gonna finish his spiel, and then when he says we ready, we're gonna run the video, and then we're gonna come back and he gonna ask some questions about the verses, and we just gonna get into some rap talk.
Okay, word up.
Right, real quick, man, I do want to salute the king, man. We got Skyzoo in the building. It's a big deal for me, you know what I'm saying, as an MC, one of my favorites ever, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, man, that's real.
Quality of work has been consistently stellar, and that's really hard to do in this climate of popular hip hop, aka rap, you know what I mean?
Right.
So like your method of pushing the pen and not settling, you know what I mean, and really trying to, you know, level up the bars, have themes, you know what I mean, and ideas that you really flesh out with lyrics. You know, that art sometimes get drowned out by just what we was talking about, the drill music, you know, the sing-songy hooks, you know, the auto-tune or whatever, and not dissing none of that, but just saying, like, you know, for cats like ourselves, we really enjoy what you do, man, and we really appreciate you taking the time to hop in, you know what I mean?
Oh, man, well, I appreciate all the words, man. I appreciate that 100%, you know. Those moments are why I do what I do the way I do, you know what I'm saying? It's for people like yourself to be able to be like, man, when you do such and such, I get it because of X, Y, Z. Like, that's why I do it, you know what I mean? When the listeners find themselves in it, whether the listener is a fellow MC or just a fan who got a 9 to 5 or whatever it might be, like it's for the listeners and the relatability of it. So thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
Sure, for sure. And so before we get into it, I did want to say, like, Mark, when you was talking about the shorties in the back seat with the AirPods in, listening to the drill music, chilling, it reminded me of being in Chicago and people riding around listening to house music, chilling. So I never understood that, right? I would hear Time for the Percolator, you know what I mean? At all the house parties, all of the after school jams, but people would put it in they Walkman at the time, right? And would just live their life with house music banging in their ear. And I could never understand that. So for me, it seems like this is just that continued on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
You know? But that being said, you know what I mean, I think and right before you got in, Sky, we was talking about what the young boys are doing, you know what I mean, and just you know how, you know, lyrics aren't necessarily to the forefront So like when they do a little something, right? People be like, oh, he barring it up, he going in or whatever, you know?
Right.
But it's really interesting, you know, to juxtapose that with this particular song, Black Man Smile. You know what I mean? And so I think at this point, it'd be really dope to play the song. And then once the song is over, if you could just kind of, I would like for you to be the next voice we hear where you just speak to, you know what I mean? Like how the song hit you and inspired your pen.
I would love to. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
This is normalized growth. The Search for Zen. Let it rock.
When was the last time you smiled? I bet it's been a while. You poor soul, today don't worry about what's behind the clouds. Won't you smile for me? As a child at ease, it just might change your day. You have nothing to lose either way. Smile for me.
Well, alright, at 25 I got braces, and in my mind the very next step was being famous. The glory of the moment left the old me ancient, so ready to flex that I forgot it wasn't painless. To have a standout feature around black folk is a joke. You get an automatic nickname to add along with pain. Sometimes they be endearing like man or fat. You get older and skinny, it's a fact that people laugh at. Other times the added adjectives describe an athlete like tall Mike that be dunking on niggas with acne. But at least make a hoop, that ain't bad as Ashy Caddy. Or in my case, it was marked with crooked ass teeth. Lucky for me when hip hop became the proud new picture. It was perfect, nigga. I ain't have to smile in the pictures, but the smile is to let the soul take a break from pain. And who do not deserve that? We should all be ashamed. Show them teeth, my nigga.
When was the last time you smiled? I bet it's been a while. You poor soul, today don't worry about what's behind the clouds. Won't you smile for me? As a child at ease,
this is
just might change your day.
Straight up and down.
You have nothing to lose.
Speak my piece on it like, yo, my mother said I jammed up every class picture I ever took. Ice cooler and I kept it crook, like I'm about to catch a jukes. Cause Brooklyn ain't never shook, but bit my lip for the chicks. Gave a Mason Beth a look. The funny thing about it, none of that was my intentions when the shutter opened. Young enough to not care, but old enough to notice that a smile might keep a copper from off. But feeling like that's a shucking job made the shit awful. Stay out of courtroom, but if not, know how to walk through. With a Nat King Cole for the king that you are, dude. Used to try to smile, but literally didn't know how. Sat to watch how my neighbors did it till they got roped down. Corners kept me from it, but never knew I wasn't. My blessings in abundance that left me to become it. 400 years of telling us to keep us there, but soon as my son was born, I ain't no longer care. Bet I smile now.
When was the last time you
bet I smile now.
I bet it's been a while.
Bet I smile now.
Poor soul, but today don't worry about what's behind the clouds. Won't you smile for me? Like a child at ease, it just might change your day. You have nothing to lose either way. Smile for me.
Song you got?
For me? Oh man. You know, when I did the joint, so I remember when Mark sent it, man, and when I heard it, first of all, the beat off the rip, you know what I mean? And it had like a Dilla vibe to it, the swing of it. You know what I mean? The swing had a Dilla vibe. So already I was with it. I was like, okay, this beat is dumb.
Yeah.
So I heard the beat and I was already excited about it just off the beat. And then when I heard Mark singing, I didn't know that was him singing. So I remember when I sent the verse back in the email, I wrote, yo, who's singing the hook? And he was like, yo, that's me. And I was like, word? Because the singing voice and the rhyme voice sound like two totally different people. You know what I mean? Like the octaves on it. A lot of times when somebody's singing and rhyme, obviously it's going to sound similar, you know, because it's one voice. So you're going to be able to hear that tone. They literally sound like two different people. So I thought it was a feature. I was like, yo, who's singing the joint?
Yeah.
The hook was crazy and the verse was super dope. And I remember after I heard the verse and the hook and the beat, I was like, I'm gonna clap this. You know what I mean? Like I knew I was excited about doing the record. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna clap the life out of this joint. You know what I mean? And the concept was just so dope. because you don't hear rappers with records like that. I don't know the last time a rapper made a record about smiling, unless it was about a female smiling. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You know, I don't know the last time a rapper made a record, if ever, you know, unless it was talking to a female where they're just saying, yo, like, it's all right to smile, it's all right to let go. But the ill thing about it is, when you do records like that, and it's something that, you know, when I made Milestones, which ironically be coming up on 2 years this weekend on the 19th, when I made the Milestones album, there's this fine line of, if you're gonna do records like that, you got to make sure they don't come off corny. You know what I mean? Like, it's a very thin line you got to walk. How do I get this point across about black men smiling and not sounding cheesy and sounding like a cornball? Because then the people you want to hear it ain't gonna hear it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if it come off like an after school special, or you know what I'm saying, a choir boy rap, the people you want to hear it, it's not gonna hit them. You're gonna miss the target. So how do you make sure you hit them and get your point across the way you want without coming off corny? And it's the same thing I had to do with Milestones. Like, I'm getting ready to make a whole album about black fatherhood in a positive light. Yeah. And no one in hip hop had ever done that. You know, you may have a song here or there. Nobody had ever done a whole album about black fatherhood in a positive light. How do you do that and not sound corny? So that was the creative muscle I had to flex. And I think when it comes to this song, Mark, you know, set the tone with it of like, okay, I can make a record like this and not come off a certain way and not miss my mark. Right. No pun intended. And you know, I was like, oh yeah, this is easy. Let's do this. This is exciting. You know what I mean? And it was dope. I love the concept. That's why when I walked in, I was like, yo, this is beautiful, my G. Like, I really meant that. You know what I mean? That was just the way I walked the record in, because that's how I felt. The beat was dumb. The hook was dumb. The verse was dumb. Everything was right. I was like, yo, this is a beautiful record. So that's why I walked it in like that.
Man, okay. So for you, when you heard the concept of the song, you was able to kind of tap back into that space that you was in for Milestones.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Obviously not talking about fatherhood, but yeah, just that vulnerability. You know, the funny thing about it, people who know me, they look at me like, yo, Sky's super cool. Sky's like one of the coolest people, but you never really see me smile because I don't know how to smile. So when I said that in the record, like, I really meant that. Like, I don't know how to smile. So like, the best way to get me to smile in the picture is to crack a joke. You know what I mean? Like, then I'll laugh and then you snap real quick. I really, like, if somebody said, I smile, say cheese, I don't know how to smile. Like, when I try to do it, it looks really, really corny. So like, I don't really smile in pictures because I don't know how. So that's why I said in the joint, I never knew how, you know what I mean? And then I took the metaphorical route, the entendre route, where I was like, watching my neighbors do it till they got roped out, meaning like, you know, I'm from a neighborhood where if you smile too much, you get taken advantage of. So that's what that meant, you know what I mean? I sat and watched how my neighbors did it till they got roped out. Like, until it was, you know, yellow tape roping around. Like, oh, you see, that's why you can't smile where we from. You know what I mean? So it was just a way to tap into all these things. And even, you know, as a kid, my mother said I jammed up every class picture I ever took. That really happened. My mom was like, yo, every class picture you take sucks. Like, you know what I mean? When I was growing up, she's like, yo, you wasted my money every year. Like, it suck. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I was here growing up. Yeah, because I was either ice grilling or doing a stupid smirk. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know.
Oh man, no, we ain't lose them.
I apologize. I think somebody was calling me, but yeah, I didn't know how to smile. You know what I mean? So like, so everything I said in the verse, just like all my other music, is real. You know, so that was what was exciting about it, was being able to speak on those types of things. And I love the record, man. I was like, damn, this record is dumb. Like, I really, really love the record. So, you know,
and what's crazy, like how you say, like, not on, like not speaking on black fatherhood, but actually at the end of your verse, that's exactly what.
Then I brought it back around. Exactly because you know, there's the line when I said, you know, 400 years of telling us to never stare or to keep a stare. You know what I mean? Like 400 years meaning slavery. Like since slavery, they told us, you know, you're not allowed to smile. And that's why as black folk in the community, we move the way we move, because they taught us about this vulnerability that we shouldn't have. And they hardened us and made us, you know, made us the way we are from slavery on down. So they made it hard for us to smile. They made it look like, yo, if y'all smile, this is what you're going to go through. You know, we wasn't allowed to smile. We was in the field getting whipped on. We wasn't allowed to smile. We was in the house getting raped by massa. you know. So
I've been with you from a few times, and I was told every time I came, yo, don't look at people. You know what I mean? Especially on the street. You know what I'm saying? Like don't look like it unless you want a problem. Like so you can't even look at strangers. Like you can't even like
exactly. So that's my point. You know what I mean? So 400 years of telling us to keep a stare, but as soon as my son was born, I ain't no longer care. Like all that, you can't smile and all that shit, that all went out the window the moment he was born. You know what I mean? It's like if you never had a reason before, or if you never knew how before, now you're forced to know how, because ain't no stopping this smile. Like this is a smile straight from God. Ain't no stopping it. You know?
Yeah. It's wild to me because like I very much identify with the verse. Like even to this day, like the homies to tell you, nigga, I struggle a lot with smiling in pictures. You know what I mean? And then I immediately like nigga like ain't shit sweet, right? It's weird, that conditioning. And like even like in your verse you said like how a smile to keep a cop from killing you, but like even that concept is like corny. Like, well, fuck that cop. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna smile to save my life, even though nigga you're not finna smile to save your life.
Feeling like it's
right.
This shit awful.
Right. No, it's real, you know what I'm saying? And you know, stay out of a courtroom. But if not, if you wind up being in one, you know how to, turn on your Nat King Cole. He had the brightest smile back in the day ever. You know what I mean? Like his smile got him to transition and cross over to white folk, just from his smile. Like, know how to Nat King Cole for the king that you are, dude. Like, then that's the entendre shit and all that. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like 100%. Yeah, this is the way we was conditioned. So it's dope that, Mark did a record like this because it works on breaking down that conditioning. But again, when you do that, you gotta walk a line and not come off like an after school special. You know what I mean? Clearly he was able to hit the nail on the head with it.
Yeah, because I spent the majority of my life before I got braces, smiling and teeth was a really big part of who I was growing up, right? Like I had horrible teeth, like my, you know what I mean? I was 25 in the military before I could get braces. So prior to that, it was always smiling and laughing.
So it was like a security thing, yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? I was told by a kid that looked just like me from very early, I had an ugly smile, right? Like I had an ugly smile, and if people described me, it was like, Mark with the crooked ass teeth. Like it was like part of describing. You know what I mean? You know how black kids is. Like it was just
absolutely.
So that song actually helped me release that. Like it had always still lived in me. You know what I mean?
It helped you let it go, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now I smile every chance I get. You know what I mean? Every chance I get, I smile because I remember a life of being ashamed of smiling. And so it was important for me to do a song like that. And I had been long before I ever reached out for you, I had manifested that I wanted to do a record with you. You know what I'm saying? And so subconsciously I had always been looking for a record to say, okay, this is the one. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was the last album you made. I think I was listening to it at the time that I was writing the record, and I was like, yo, and I could hear your tone on it. I didn't know what you was saying, but I could hear the tone. And I told Clint, I said, bro, I gotta figure this out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, the road to eventually be able to get your attention to do this was a very long one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But we was dead set on making it happen. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm glad we did, man. And I'm very
I knew you.
Yeah, no, I'm glad we did, and I'm very proud and honored to be on the record because of what it means and just how dope the record is, And like I said, man, like it takes a lot of gall to make a record like that. To be like, yo, I'm gonna make a record about black men smiling, and it's not gonna be cheesy. You know what I mean? Like, right. I keep saying that because it's such an important thing, because that's how you are able to get the message across a certain way to those who need it and those who you're intending to hit with it. So it's very important that point gets drilled home. And yeah, man, I was so excited when I heard the record, because when somebody send you a record and you decide to do a record, whatever, you don't know what it's going to be till you press play. And most of the time when people send me a record, they just want me to dumb out. You know what I mean? They just want a verse. Like, yo, just go crazy. All right, cool. Here's blah, 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 blah. Double entendres, triple entendres, boom, we good. You know, just dumb it out, you know, whatever. So it's very rare that it's a conceptual joint. And this one being a conceptual joint, like, yo, here's what it's about, black men smiling. And I was like, oh God, this is crazy. Like, you know, and it just was beautiful. Like, I remember just listening to the reference over and over in Whip, like just driving around, because it was just awesome. I was like, yo, this is just such a dope record. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a dope joint. So when you hit me about the video, I was like, absolutely, without a doubt. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, for me, like, and again, like how I typically don't even like songs like that for exactly the points that you're making. Exactly.
Right? That's what I'm saying. What I mean?
I don't even listen to them. Like, it's funny, like the homie Mark, he'll make joints and like he'll send it, you know what I'm saying, to like the team or whatever, and then he'll be like, you know, Wiz or Tone, like I already know, bro. And it'd be like, it ain't really my twist, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, but I'm listening to the album, right? I got the whole thing, and then this song comes on, and like, so as soon as the hook come in and he's singing, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like this one. You know what I mean? But I'm feeling it. I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? And, you know, and like, by the end of his verse, I was like, damn, I think I like this motherfucking song, man. I can't tell nobody I like this song.
Yeah.
And then your verse come in and you so clean with it. Like, just as an MC, bro, like it's crispy, nigga. It's like a fresh, clean white button up, fresh from the cleaners.
My favorite part, man, with that King Cole for the king that you are, dude. It's like my favorite line of the song.
Come on,
thank you, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So like to just nerd out for a quick second on some shit, like when you writing it, like, you know, so when you're writing conceptual records, obviously like the bars come and you can be very obvious, right? You could just say it, right? Because the topic and the theme is right there. But to decide to be more intricate with the double entendres and the references and playing with the flows or whatever, like, do you go out of your way to find that in there, or does that just kind of come natural to your pen at this point?
It comes natural, but it's something that I'm purposely trying to do.
Okay.
You know, because like you said, I could easily say, yo, it's hot outside. Make sure you bring a bottle of water with you. But there's got to be a slicker way and a more intelligent way to say that. That's going to separate me from the next person saying it's hot outside. Make sure you bring a bottle of water. You know what I mean? Like, that's the difference of being nice and being elite. A lot of people are nice. It ain't a lot of people that's elite, you know, and it's a lot of little tricks and little boxes that you got to check off, and that's one of them. So like for me, I grew up with guys who was doing that. I grew up on those guys, whether we talking about, you know, Big J Nas, whether we talking about the Genius, whether we talking about, you know, Ray and Ghost and them, you know, so many people. I grew up on those guys doing it. You know, I remember when one of my favorite lines ever, when Kweli said, "Look in the sky for God, all you see besides the smog is broken wings, flying with the wings of the obscene." Like that shit blew me. To this day, it blows me away. And that came out in '98.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and every time I'm with son, I think I bring that line up. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, what was you thinking when you wrote that? Look in the skies for God, all you see besides the smog was broken wings, flying away in the wings. I'm fucking the line up, but you know what I'm talking about.
Right, it's broken dreams flying away on the wings of the obscene.
Yeah. Like what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was '98. I'm like, yo, what was you thinking when you said that?
Right.
Because it's so much simpler and got the same point across, but you said it in such an elite way, and the way you played with the syllables. Look in the skies for God, or you see besides the smog. Like those little things fly by the listener. Like you don't appreciate the fact that you left this on the stove for 30 seconds longer so that it would be the right crispy. You know what I mean? Like as a consumer and sitting down eating a meal, you don't even realize that extra 30 seconds did that. That's what that is. That look in the skies for God, or you see besides the smog. It's like, oh my God. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so those are the things that I grew up on. You know what I mean? I was in high school when that came out. So, you know, those are the things I grew up on. So when it's my turn, I'm going to approach it that way. You know, if Kobe is watching Jordan every day, watching, you know, Michael Jordan Come Fly With Me, VHS and all that as a kid, he gonna play like Mike when it's time. You know what I mean? Like that's what it is. So I grew up on guys that was moving like that. So when it's my turn to move, I move like that.
Like that.
Man, that shit was like a perfect painting. You know what I mean? Your verse was like it was dope, bro. Like
thank you, man.
Like,
yo, that beat, man. When I heard it, it had such swing to it. You know what I mean?
You can never know. You can never know when you ask somebody, and I'm sure you go through this too. When you ask other people to get on your records, there's always that gray area. Are they gonna bring it? Right? Like, are they? I'm asking them because I know the potential is there. But,
but they might hit you with the okie doke. You know what I mean? They might hit you with the okie doke. You know, sometimes heads get hit up for a verse from somebody who might be a stranger at the time and they don't really feel like doing it, but they got some bread, or it's a homie, or it's a relative's boyfriend, you know what I mean, or something like that. And it's like, all right, let me do this, man. Let me walk through this. And you get hit with the okie doke. For me, I don't believe in you know, getting off the okie doke, because somebody gonna hear it and it's gonna be around forever. You know what I mean? So like, it ain't gonna be, yo, I gave so-and-so the little okie doke verse because I just wasn't in the mood. I just flew through that. And then you running around with it because you happy, you excited, you got Skyzoo on the record, so you running around with it. And then somebody hear it and be like, yo, I heard, Skyzoo joint. Yeah, that verse wasn't really that crazy. Nah, we not playing that game. We not ever playing that game. I don't care if the beat
integrity.
I don't care if the beat is the beat that Red and Meth gave Ludacris on that prank show. I'm clapping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm clapping. Straight up. I'm clapping. You know what I mean? Like, I'm airing it out. There's no other way, because it's my legacy at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, I'm airing it out. If I agree to do it, I'm airing it. Nobody ain't never no okie doke.
That's some real shit. That's some real shit. Bro.
Appreciate it.
Man, I don't want to take up no more of your time, bro. I really appreciate you sitting down with us.
Yeah, it's all love.
And really giving it up. You know what I'm saying? Like what you intend to do, but just your vibe for the song, and like it's clear that you got like an affinity for the joint. And man, greatly appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man.
Your verse is in pocket. You know what I'm saying? With all of your work. Like Clint said, man, the integrity is very much intact. I love what you stand for and represent, bro. You know what I'm saying? I love that you add it like that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep rocking with you for sure. You know what I'm saying?
July 15th, man. July 15th.
Let them know.
The song of the video drops the day the album drops. I just 2 days ago we dropped the first single with Elzai. It's doing really well. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
But Black Man Smile has to carry the album. Like it has to be.
Yeah. It's such a dope joint, man. It's such a dope joint. I agree with that for sure.
It was a special combination, man. Man, y'all three cats, man. I'm just happy to be here hosting, talking to this kind of greatness. No bullshit. I ain't holding nothing up. Like, really, man. Three Kings, seriously. I'm a fan of what y'all created, man.
Nah, it's all love, man. And bro,
you want a shout out, bro?
Yeah, if you got any more of them beats, man. You got Black Man Smile Part 2, 3, and 4, man. Send them over.
Hey man, holla at Mark. He know where I'm at, man.
That's easy. Yeah, it is.
That's easy.
we know him that too.
Word up. Word up. Yo, Mark, is he the same one who did the aux chord joint?
Nah, that was Tone Beats.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Tone Beats. But my guy right here is ever capable, bro.
I see it. I see it already. We already got one in, so I already know that. You know what I mean?
He produced the whole album. This is our third album together that he produced the whole album.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, this is our third one, man. So
word up.
So I believe in his sound. I believe what he's doing, man. I'm staking what I do on it.
Likewise, man. It's hard body, man. I already see it just from the one joint we did. So looking forward to it, man. Yeah, we're gonna get together through Mark. You know what I mean? We're gonna get together. Get a little beat pack going. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Skyzoo, man, thank you so much, family. We appreciate it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all having me on, man. I'll get with y'all soon, Mark. I'll see you over the weekend, baby.
Absolutely, Chief.
Peace and love.
Hey, man. Mark, you and these cool ass.
Cool ass.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. These niggas
they pulling up,
bro. You hear me? Like these ain't. You know what I mean? Like it's wild. Like
this nigga no magic, bro. Bro.
You know what I mean? And act like they Jay-Z or some shit. You know what I mean? But like man, niggas come through and they really You know,
that's that nigga energy, bro. Like it's crazy. It's like them niggas is like y'all. I
was mentioning this to one of y'all. I was like, you get with these dudes and you realize that like they're really no different than you. It's like when circumstances. And the reason why
I came to dating that one time and shit.
The reason why we even vibe, me and him, is because we're more alike than not. The same way he would vibe with you, the same way he would vibe with you. Like it's really no. They just people, man, that caught on to some opportunities at a dope time, but figured out some kind of way to stay level. Like they figured it out. You know what I mean? They had their moments, but for the most part, they honestly love this shit like we do. Like they honestly love it. Like they really love it, dog.
Like like I met y'all niggas the first time. Like that's how I was. Like while I talked to them, like them niggas is just like us. Them niggas is down to earth. They just made it through that threshold, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Talking about some nerding out on some rap shit. I'm telling you, Wiz, when you meet Crook one day, bro, you niggas is gonna like I'm telling you, bro. Like it's nothing fake about it. Like you'll be there with him because I've done it. Sitting there for an hour and a half, busting down bars on a single song and talking about this shit, and then looking at this nigga smoking. You like, you're crooked eye. This is crazy. You know, and he like, yeah, whatever. But you know, like the way they pieced it together, like he's a fan of it. Like you're a fan of it. Like fan.
It's only right. It's only right that, you know what I'm saying. Why wouldn't that shit crazy?
It's the same thing, bro. Like he's when the new albums come out, I bring them up. You know what I mean? Like we be talking about it, like for real,
bro. This nigga. Can I say something, bro? This nigga Mark. This nigga Mark said we was gonna get Skyzoo on the record. This nigga was just on a podcast talking to us, bro. I don't know how to say it, but y'all, you get what I'm saying, bro. That shit was dope, man. That shit was fire, bro. Like you don't know like how real or how indifferent these people gonna be, but you know, it should be it's mind blowing, bro. I've
never been more comfortable about a piece of music I'm putting out to the public in my life. I've never been this comfortable ever, and it has nothing to do with how it performs. Right? I just know that we've all come together, and I do include you, Wiz, because I will say into the end, like, bro, this album is coming out because you told me that this was the one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you know how wild I am with this shit. You know what I mean? This album and made it piecemeal. I took a song from here and did this with it, and you know what I mean? I might have made it EP. I could, you know what I mean?
A double disc.
Your reaction to this, you calling me and telling me and asking me, y'all played a lot of music for you. Mm-hmm. You ain't never been like, man, I need to take that with me. Yeah. I need that one right there. You know what I'm saying? I need that one right there. And okay, I might have did something, you know?
Yeah. He told me that shit. I was like, what?
Nigga. You know what I mean?
Let my guy, it's like if I did anything genius, it was letting my guy hold the album. Like that was the genius thing I did, was say, here, bro. Because I was at a space in my life where, and I'm still there now, where I don't have an ego with this shit. You know, like I do it, you know, and hope people like it. But if they don't, man, I move on so quick, bro. Like I ain't tripping on that shit, bro. You know, that ain't even, you know, man. I mean, how long we been doing this shit, man? Like, I sent him Black Man Smile because I knew what it was, bro. Right.
You know
what I'm saying?
But I mean, even that was lined up.
Clint sent me the beat because he knew what it was, dog.
Right.
You know, like it started in that basement right there. This whole conversation started in that basement. It started right there.
Yeah, you know? I mean, listen, bro. Like I knew something was going on when I loved the record. Like the first, I was like, damn, I like this song, and I don't like that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I hold firm to where I'm at. You know what I mean? I'd be like, yo, this shit ain't for me. This shit ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean it ain't good. It just ain't for me. But when I heard that, I was like, nigga, this shit typically ain't for me. However, nigga, it's one of my favorite songs on the album.
I'm going to triple down. I'm telling you, when the album come out, I'm going to promote Black Man Smile until the next album comes out. You know what I mean? Like that is the one that will have all the views, all the comments. Like that's like I'm double, triple down on it because I'm so sure that that record is the first time I wrote a record that I feel like is cross-cultural and it's like, and it was so organic. I didn't think about it. Like it wasn't anything like that. It was exactly how I described it. I had always been wanting to talk about that smile shit. Like, I always did, but the frequency of that beat is what brought it out. It was like, you know?
So, but like, I want to stay right there because I think I would do us all a disservice if I didn't on the pod, because me and you have talked about it, but on the pod for the public, discuss the fact that the song is called Black Man Smile, but in the video, you cover different races, genders, you know, so like kind of talk about your decision to do that.
So Black Man Smile is the story of a black man and his smile, right? Like that, my story, Skyzoo story about smiling, right? But that's why it's called Black Man Smile, because black men are talking about smiling. Nothing in the song says, you know, y'all niggas need to smile out there. Like it's not like oh, smiling up. Like it's not. It's just personal accounts of their relation. And I could have did the whole song about just my situation. Like there's so much deeper I could have gone. But because of how the record felt, I felt the need to just kind of skate over various things and just kind of let it do what it did instead of getting into, you know, the intricacies of what it did to me as a person and all of that kind of shit like that. Like I felt like I kept it as light as I could while still explaining, you know what I mean, some certain things. But yeah, it's called Black Man Smile because these are black men talking about this smile. But I put different faces in the video because I feel like the chorus, especially what it's asking, you know, when was the last time you smiled? I bet it's been a while. You know what I mean? You poor soul. You know what I mean? For today, don't worry about what's behind the clouds. Just smile like a child at ease. You know what I mean? It just might change your day.
You got nothing to lose either way, nigga. Like,
So if you watch all these people across the screen and they smiling, it's like, you dig what I'm saying? I mean, listen, bro.
Come on, man.
I learned.
Niggas about to, I'm sorry to be cutting you off. Niggas about to shout in the bitch. You know what I mean? Like it's like church. Nigga, amen. Nigga, pastor, you just said it.
Amen.
You know what I mean?
Bro, if you walk up to the hardest looking dude you've seen all year tomorrow, and you walk up to him and you take a little bass out of your voice and you smile and you say, "Oh, I like them shoes, bro." That nigga is gonna smile at you, bro. You know how I know? Because I do it. I do it. Who's get in the back of my Uber? I'll be like, what's going on, bro? They be like, what up, dope? I'll be like, what are you playing? You be like, oh, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's like so disarming. It's wow. Like, it's so crazy. It's so crazy because all these things we wear are like guards from the world. Like that's all they are. They just like what we had to do to survive. But bro, the nicest people I've met in my life on everything I love have been gang members, bro. Like the nicest people I've ever met, have been all been gang members, bro. All mean guys, all guys that people are afraid of. Like they have been the most kindest, the most welcoming, the great ambassadors of their culture. Like as soon as you pose no threat to them, like they are great people. Like, you know, Seriously, bro. Like it is the wild. I've had some of the most insightful conversations in my Uber with brothers that look like they just got off a body. Like,
damn.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you get to talking to dudes and they realize they don't have to do that. Like they don't have to do the thing. It's like man, they drop their shoulders and they be like, and I get it every time. Where you from, bro? Like I get it all the time. Where you know, like oh shit, you know.
Right. Listen, I could tell you as a nigga that definitely struggled with that. I tried to do the gang banging thing. That shit was so long ago. I can't even front. You know what I mean? Like, but just coming from that, that background and understanding what it is, like I can tell you, like when you get to put it down for a second, it's like relief, nigga. You know what I mean? Like you get to. Nigga, like shit, nigga, like it's work being tough. I don't give a fuck what no nigga say.
Yeah,
work, nigga, effort. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot that go into it. You know what I mean? Like, and so I don't know if it's maybe I'm a little older. Life is better, and so it's like I'm finding it more difficult, right, to be hard because it's like nigga, what you mad for, right? Mm-hmm. But, again, and this is, I gotta say, my own personal story. This is Mark yet again giving me permission to be what I am. He did the exact same thing when I walked in his studio as a creative, and he gave me permission to be creative. You know what I'm saying? I came from, where it had to be hard. Like he'd tell you, nigga, when I showed up, it was murder, kill, every nigga.
That was it. Gunshots was trash.
Screaming the mic. Screaming the mic.
Screaming.
You can catch glimpses of that when he performs. You can catch glimpses of that when he performs. Like the way he performs is the way. He's record like that.
Yes. Okay. Record like that. How crazy is that? How insane. But I mean, yeah, that's some other shit. But it was like I wanted to talk about other shit. I did. I had other things I really wanted to touch on, but I just felt like, man, ain't nobody trying to hit that shit, bro. Like you said, it's like up north. Like when I moved to Florida and we pull up to a stoplight and niggas be looking in the car, nigga, I would be like, what the fuck are you looking at? Like in Chicago, you do not do that. You don't be looking at niggas' cars. You don't pull up to the stoplight and look over. You know what I mean? You just don't, nigga. You like this unless it's smoke. You know what I mean? So that shit was weird. And like in the South, that Southern hospitality shit is very real. The hardest niggas to speak when you walk past. You know what I'm saying? The hardest niggas to say what's up. And I was so thrown by that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I thought, we supposed to be hard. We men. And we black. You know what I mean? It was like, so this song is like a direct assault against that stereotype.
Yep. But smack that shit right in the face.
And y'all niggas got the nerve for that shit to be jamming. Like Clint, my nigga, the groove again with the fucking piano sample. Like, Jesus Christ, my nigga. Like,
my favorite part is the verse part, like how I chopped the verse. Like that was like the shit, man. And then I gave it to the wizard, man, and there it went. Jesus Christ, bro.
Right.
Yeah. I would be happy if it goes down in history that was the one. I'm good with it. Yeah, I'm good with it. This is out of all of them I ever released. If that wound up being the one, okay with it.
Yep. I ain't mad at that. I think that's it.
The dude that sings the Smile song. I'm cool with it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm cool with it, G. I'm cool with it.
Hell yeah.
I think that's
perfect message. The perfect message is like, and we men, like, I'm telling you, bro, like real recognizes real. And the worst thing I ever did was try to be anybody else than who I am in music. Like that was the first thing I could have ever done, because it's like meeting people. Like, can you imagine meeting people acting some other kind of way than like really are? Like it doesn't work, and I think people feel when it's inauthentic. Like I think they feel when you are just like just doing some shit because you could do it, It don't even come off. Like I had to struggle with like the way I actually talk and how to write rhymes, because this is the way people feel. It seems to me this is the way people like to have their bars like set up. They set ups and punches like this, and like what attitude you're supposed to have in the rhyme. When I realized, I think back when we did the first song we ever did, I think I even wrote it in the first song we ever did, Your Mama and Jesus. And I said, you a genius at what you do different. Like you're a genius at that. Like that's what you should bring to the world. You should, like, that's your voice. That's the way you do your shit. Like that's it, bro. You know, but it typically sounds so different than what other people are doing when you really tap into it. And so I had a lot of static there for a long time. Like, is that acceptable? Is it going to be acceptable for me to really give the ideas I have, or to really talk how I talk, to really ponder on things in songs? I feel like I ask more questions in the music than I'm saying what is. Like I'm actually putting up a lot of information and just kind of like, you know, could be this, could be that. Like, you know, and it's the same thing with this particular song. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, look, man, it just might change your day. And, you know,
when you pose the question like that, a person gotta, it's like, damn, you right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. What do I got to lose? But I gotta say, bro, like in really, I'm trying like to put a nice little bow on how we started, because like as Mark know, Clint, you might not know as much, but like I listen to the young nigga shit a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm banging the fuck out of old boy from Jacksonville, Young and Ace. I'm banging his shit, bro. His shit is super dope to me, and I gotta tell you,
he had some tragic shit happen to him too.
Yeah,
I know
his life story is crazy. You know what I mean? But I fuck with him. I fuck with Young Boy. I fuck with Lil Baby. Like I fuck with Dirk, of course. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with all of they shit, but I will tell you there is a vulnerability in their gangster music that did not exist in 90s gangster music. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what the kids are gravitating to. You know what I'm saying? It's dark, it's edgy, so that's already gonna attract. But when you get over there, like them niggas are being really vulnerable, really like more vulnerable than you think.
Drake, that's that Drake in them.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because people are like, people like it. You know what I mean? So they being like, trust them niggas are tougher in their interviews than they are in their music. I can 100 not to say that they not tough, because they tough as shit in their music. Like, millions of niggas die per record, okay? Make no mistake, okay? But like there is a lot of vulnerability in their shit, you know what I'm saying? And like them, I love their willingness to play with melody, you know what I mean? Like they do some really interesting things that, you know, MCs, you know, lyrical niggas don't do, you know what I'm saying? And so I think that they're really bringing an interesting element to it, you know what I mean? And so somebody like Kendrick bringing up somebody like Kodak, I think you give Kodak another 5-7 years, I will be very interested in what he's talking about. And you know, if these niggas don't die or go to jail, I'm interested. Like what does a 35-year-old NBA young boy sound like? What, you know what I'm saying? Who gets to reflect on what he was on? You know what I mean? Like I think that's interesting. You know, like
that's interesting.
You know, and I think songs like this from our generation, where we normalize that growth, like that you have permission, you know what I'm saying? You don't need it, but you have permission to grow, to mature. If you're presented the opportunity to live long enough, to not have your youthful mistakes cost you your future, you have permission to, man, I was a kid, bro. And you smile, or you're a family man, you're a father, like what Skyzoo was talking about. You know what I'm saying? The conversation is going to change. It's a natural thing. It's just in rap, nobody was really presenting us and saying that's okay for you to do that. You know what I mean? I think that was missing. So
not in a non-corny way, right?
Not in a non-corny way, exactly.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
that's all I got for I wrap up with the bars. You know what I'm saying? That I think really pinpoint. You know what I mean? Y'all got anything else y'all want to say to the people or?
Man, I mean, I just applaud my brothers, man. It's another great episode. I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I've been thoroughly enjoying this journey. Like
Man.
this has been excellent. I've been having so much fun having other people come into our world.
Yes,
like it's so fun to watch other people come into our world. It's so dope.
Yeah.
And enjoy.
July 15th. That's all I got to say right now.
Yeah, everything changes. It's gonna belong to the world. Then they're gonna do what they gonna do with it.
Hey, Merry Christmas, you raggedy motherfuckers. We gonna close it out like this, man. When hip hop became the proud new fixture, it was perfect, nigga. I ain't have to smile in pictures, but to smile is to let the soul take a break from pain. And who do not deserve that? We should all be ashamed. Show them teeth, my nigga. Normalize growth, man.
Normalize growth.